Welcome back to the Cordless Vacuum Guide, and in this video, we'll look at one of Shark's latest products, the Vertex Pro, model number IZ682H, which is an upgraded version of the IZ462H, addressing some of its shortcomings. This model is one of two new Shark releases, including the Vertex Powered Liftaway Pro with a redesigned handle control, improving usability over the older slide switch. It's only one of the upgrades you'll find in the Vertex Pro. And in this video, we'll look at the other enhancements, whether these justify the premium price over the older Vertex variant. I put this product through a grueling series of tests in the past few days, so let's get into it. The Vertex series is a Shark product line spanning different categories. All of these models have one thing in common: the upgraded dual clean nozzle with the combs and fins, improving its ability to resist hair tangles, which is a huge sticking point in the older design. The Vertex Pro uses the same design for the most part, except for the tweaked bristle layout. If you look closely, it has a V pattern spanning the brush roll's width, which I believe helps it pick up more surface debris because of the increased surface area. These bristles are flanked by fins in front and behind them to help with agitation and hair tangle resistance. Strangely, the Vertex Pro uses a smaller motor, evidenced by the lower airflow output. I'm not sure why Shark did this, as most brands would increase power in newer releases. I guess the brush roll design tweak gave them confidence to reduce power to improve range, which is the case with this model. Aside from the bristle tweak, the rest of the dual clean nozzle remains the same, from the twin brush layout to the LED headlights. Another upgrade is the two batteries and a dock for charging both simultaneously, which brings me to the next upgrade, runtime. The Vertex Pro, thanks to the weaker motor and extra battery, nearly triples the old Vertex runtime at over 100 minutes combined from the two batteries. That's over 50 minutes per battery in the lowest setting with a dual clean nozzle. This upgrade addresses the range issue in the older Vertex model, helping the new one clean larger homes without much downtime because of the twin charging dock. Lastly, for the upgrades is the redesigned handle control with a new digital display and 3-button interface, which I like better over the slide switch for several reasons. First, it provides more control since two separate buttons control the brush roll rotation speed and power independently. Consumers can choose what settings will suit their cleaning needs best. Second, there's no need to pull a lever continually to access the max setting, since you can access it through this button. The digital display is another helpful addition, providing real-time information on how much charge is left, much better than a LED indicator in the older Vertex model. Unfortunately, it's not as dynamic as a Dyson, as it only shows the battery percentage, the current brush roll, and power settings. It doesn't show error codes or any other information. Out of the box, consumers will get 3 tools: a combination crevice and brush tool, a upholstery tool with a brush insert, and an under-appliance wand for cleaning areas under low-clearance furniture. One underrated improvement Shark introduced in the Vertex Pro is the reconfigured bristle layout, which improves surface agitation based on tests. Looking at the cleaning test results, the Vertex Pro picked up a higher percentage with surface debris, even hard to clean coffee grounds on both carpet experiments, despite the lower airflow. The Shark Vertex Dual Clean nozzle isn't highly dependent on airflow, but on the twin brush roll's agitation, which is by design to improve range. Another plus with the Vertex Dual Clean nozzle is its above-average hair pickup on both surfaces, where it got over 80% even with long strands between 9 and 12 inches. Not as good as a high airflow Dyson V15 Detect, but it's one of the better options I've tested. The combs and fins, along with the rapid brush roll rotation, are reasons why this Vertex model is good at cleaning hair. The Vertex Pro comes with 2 batteries with a max runtime of over 100 minutes in hard floor mode. With Shark's high-end agitation, consumers don't need to use the middle or max setting, especially on hard floors, considering there isn't much variance between the low and middle settings. Even in the max setting, runtime is above average, and with the 2 batteries, it doubles to over 22 minutes. The next feature I like is the new redesigned handle control with a 3-button interface. One benefit of this feature is having more agitation and power control, as the brush roll rotation and suction settings are separate. Consumers don't need to pull a lever to access the max setting, which is another plus. Also, it has an interactive screen showing the battery status, something absent in the older Vertex. This model has the same extra-large 1.28-liter dustbin, which is huge for a cordless stick vacuum. The dustbin's large diameter helps with emptying debris since there is so much space around for dirt to fall. One issue with it is hair sticking on the inner walls and external filter, which isn't something exclusive to Shark, but a universal one since hair is highly static and will stick on plastic. Like the older Vertex, the Vertex Pro has a foldable wand helping consumers reach deep under furniture and allows self-standing vertical storage of this product without a dock, saving space. The biggest con for me is the noise mostly from the dual clean nozzle, especially in the max setting, where it's close to 90 decibels. Noise levels in the low and middle settings are also on the high side, ranging between 77 and 84 decibels. Handheld usability is another thing I don't like with the Shark Vertex Pro because of the handle placement behind the motor. It will be tiring to use, especially cleaning above floors, where your hand and wrist will carry all of the weight. However, it's not as bad ergonomically cleaning flat surfaces. In stick vacuum mode, this is not an issue, and I'd say it's more ergonomic in this configuration because the dual clean nozzle balances out the weight distribution. Speaking of which, another con is a bulky nozzle that's not as maneuverable in tight spots. Steering could also be a potential sticking point as it doesn't turn as sharply, but it's decent for a cordless vacuum this size. Lastly, the lower airflow affects it most in cleaning embedded debris. It was a few percentage points lower than the older Vertex model in deep cleaning experiments. It's not a significant drop-off, but it's something to point out as an FYI. I noticed that using the max setting on plush rugs may stall the dual clean nozzle, which happened in several instances during the testing phase. It's not a deal breaker for me because switching to the middle setting solves this issue and it still picked up debris in this setting. But it's another FYI if you have this kind of rug. The improvements Shark put into the Vertex Pro address its two biggest issues: lack of range and the limited features with the old handle control. The new Vertex Pro comes with two detachable batteries, extending the range beyond the 100-minute mark, which is in premium territory with the likes of the Dyson V15. And consumers can charge both simultaneously thanks to the new charging dock, so there will be minimal downtime. There's a slight improvement in surface debris pickup with a reconfigured bristle layout, but it won't be as good as the older Vertex in deep cleaning because of the weaker airflow. The new handle control provides consumers with better control to access the best settings for their needs, and there's no need to pull a lever to access the max setting because there's a button for it. Also, the interactive screen adds a touch of premium to the Vertex Pro, showing consumers how much battery charge is left. But the question is, are you willing to pay a premium for the new Vertex Pro? Are these upgrades enough to justify the added cost? Answering these questions will determine whether you'll go with the newer Vertex or not. If this video has been helpful to you, consider giving it a thumbs up. It goes a long way in growing this channel and reaching more consumers. Subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notified when I publish new reviews like this, including the new Shark Vertex Power FOA Pro, which is coming up next. Links are in the description below for more information about the Shark Vertex Pro. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.